there, welcome back to another episode of BBTV. On Bucket List Bombshells TV, we share with you strategies to create an online business that gives you the freedom to design the life that you want. Now, don't forget to get notified whenever we drop a new video. Just hit that subscribe button down below so that you can stay connected. All right, let's get into it. Today's episode, we are going to be chatting about the 3 biggest online course creator mistakes and how to avoid them. Okay, so let's just get right into it. Number 1, the first mistake is not having an audience or community that want to buy your course or buy from you. So what we want to do here is we want to be, I've mentioned this before, we want to be providing free, valuable content to the audience that we're building, but we want to make sure that we are building this audience, this community, this email list of people who are interested in the topic that we are going to be talking about or teaching on inside of our courses. And so when you are creating this content and when you are attracting people into your world, whether that's into your email list or on your social media or your blog or your podcasting or your YouTube videos, you want to make sure that you are creating content that speaks to the audience around the topic that you are going to be creating your course for. And then once you have that audience and community, you want to know if they are going to buy from you, if they are interested in purchasing a course, if they are interested in learning more from you. Now, hopefully your free, valuable content has really positioned yourself as someone who is giving advice on this topic, is creating free content for them that helps them achieve certain steps towards their goals of whatever it is related to your course topic. But at the end of the day, we don't know if those people are actually on our email list or in our community that are primed to buy something from us or primed to buy a course from us. So what we want to do is we want to survey them. We want to do some market research, and we want to make sure that the content that we're putting out and the community that we're building is interested in the topics that we are teaching about and the things, skills and strategies that we're teaching about inside of our courses. Because if not, then we might need to go back to the drawing board and relook at what the free content and the topics that we're talking about on our channels and in our emails, and rework the strategy there. So what we want to know is we want to know, are people interested in it? Do we have an audience filled with people interested in the topic that we are talking about inside of our course, that we're teaching on inside of our course? We want to know if they are interested in taking a course, or is there another type of format that they're wanting. So the best way to do this is by using a survey. So if you've already built up your email list, even if you only have 100 subscribers, or you have a really great solid social media following or audience on podcasts or different things, what you want to do is you want to reach out to your community, to your audience, and ask them to take a 5-minute survey. Keep it real short, keep it really just easy, no-brainer for them to take, and extra if you want to add an incentive to get them to take it. Maybe they can enter a giveaway for a product that you sell, a service that you sell, or a giveaway for a gift card on Amazon, or a coffee shop or something like that. It's always nice to give someone an incentive or a treat for taking the time to fill that out. So maybe they can enter to win something as well. So what you want to do is you want to send out a survey, and you want to ask them why they're following you. You want to ask them what content are they interested in learning from you. You want to ask them what type of either products or services do they want to learn from you, or that they want you to create. So this one is super insightful, because sometimes you will get ideas for a course or for a program. We're focusing more on courses, but from a survey, if you are asking your audience and they're telling you, hey, I want to learn this from you, that is super helpful to know, because you can literally create create something for them. So you want to be sending out a survey and finding out if people are interested in what you are talking about. Do they want to learn from you? What type of format do they want to learn in? And the ultimate goal is to really know that you have an audience, then community that wants to buy from you. So I feel like that's the number one first mistake that I see course creators make, is that they create a course without asking their audience what their audience wants to learn, or what their audience wants to know or hear from them, or different things, or their audience has been following them for a completely different reason. So another question you could ask in your survey is, why do you follow me? Why do you follow us? That one is like super insightful as well. So that is probably the first mistake that I see, is that people don't have an audience or community that want to buy from them. So you want to be making sure that when you're building your audience and community, it's really focused on the topic that you eventually want to teach on inside of your course. So the easiest way to know from your audience what they want is to do a survey. So that's how we combat that mistake. Okay, mistake number 2 is not offering truly valuable free content. So I've talked about this before, and free content, I see course creators shy away from this because they think if they give away too much of their content for free, then they're not going to have anything for their course, or they feel like their best stuff is now for free out there, but that's not the case. So you really want to make sure that the content is different. Your course is going to be more in depth. Your course is going to be laid out in a step-by-step way that someone is going through it in a very cohesive manner, versus free content should be bite-sized, valuable, one-off types of content. So someone could come in, consume a blog post here, consume a podcast here, consume a video here, and they are picking up actionable steps from you. So you want to make sure that when you are giving advice, you're giving free valuable content that will help them take small steps towards your goal. Your free valuable content is not meant to be a course. It's not meant to be, the step-by-step system or the blueprint to get them to the the results or the transformation goal that you have from taking a course. You want to be able to give quick, easy action steps that make people feel like they've learned something from you. They've accomplished something. Maybe they've taken an action step towards their goal. You've given them something that is genuinely something that they wanted to know, versus, when you download those ebooks, and I've experienced this a lot. You download those ebooks and they're kind of just like fluff, to be honest. It's like 3 ways to do X, and then it's just like super vague. There's not really like, okay, here's how to do it, or here is, a step you can take, or here is, a different perspective on something. Like, you are a content creator, you're a unique person, you probably have a unique perspective. And I think sometimes that gets lost in translation with all the free content that we see out there. So to combat this mistake of not offering truly valuable free content, I really encourage you to showcase your knowledge, showcase your opinion, your perspective, give them something they can do so they feel they've learned from you, taken a step towards their goals, that it packs more value in, and that's going to help you stand out from the other people, these other course creators that are hoarding everything. They're keeping everything close to their chest because they're afraid that someone's not going to buy the course. But in our experience, that's just not the case. A course is presented in quite a different way than a piece of free content that someone is downloading or consuming right then and there, and it's bite size versus your course. Okay, so that was mistake number 2. Whoops. Mistake number 3 is not having a strong sales funnel to make sales. So there are two types of sales funnels, and then I also want to talk about how to make those sales funnels strong. So this is kind of a two-parter. So the mistake that I see is that people just don't set up their sales funnels very strong. They put up a sales page on their website, and maybe they talk about it within emails or in their community, and they're really driving people straight to the sales page. So it's a very cold funnel in a sense. You're not really warming someone up. So you're not really showcasing the result, or you're not really allowing someone to get a taste of your teaching style, or to engage with you before you're just sending them straight to the sales page. So that's the mistake I see. I see people just have a sales page and then they send people just straight there. So my way to combat that, and my advice to you from my experience, is that you need to there's two types of sales funnels. So there is one that's called an evergreen one, and then the other one is called like an open launch. So the first one, evergreen, this is a sales funnel that runs year round. That's why it's called evergreen. And it is based on when someone enters your funnel, versus an open launch where it's a one-time kind of period thing. It's happening between X date and X date. Evergreen is running year round, and someone is entering into this funnel at any point in time, any day, any time of the day. So what you have to have here is a valuable free content, so a valuable free offer. So whether that's an ebook, whether that's video content, whether that's a workshop, a video series, an email series, I've seen lots of different ways of doing evergreen funnels, but you need to have a really valuable, juicy, free offer, free content that provides good, valuable advice to them. And then in there, you're doing a pitch at the end, and you're also putting them into an email sequence sales funnel pitch. So at the end of your free offer, you want to talk about your course, position your course, pitch it, coming off of that free offer that they just consumed. You're pitching it, and then you're also making sure that they are added into an email sequence inside of your email marketing providers. So that could be ConvertKit, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, different ones like that. So you want them in there so that you can then send a 3 to 7 day email sequence that takes them through the journey of speaking to maybe different pain points they have, questions they have, showcasing student success stories, different topics along the way that are pitching them each time in the email from a different angle. You're not saying the same thing in each email. You're not telling me in every single email just about the course that you're pitching. You are using storytelling to your benefit to take me through and speak to different types of buyers in your email sequence. And so the reason that this is called evergreen is because someone could enter it today and they would be at a different time and place consuming the content, because they just consume it on their own. There's no time relevance to it. They consume it, they get pitched your course, and then you have an email sequence that then speaks to different buyers and takes them through. So they're on their own journey. So someone can enter that today, and then a different person can enter that tomorrow, and they're going on the same journey, just at different times. That's why it's evergreen. Now, an open launch is a juicy special reason to enroll on a specific date. And we are still going to use free valuable content. So this could be something like a challenge that they have to show up to, that's live, it's happening between X date and X date for 3 days. So they're going to come to that challenge, and they're going to engage with you, and they're going to consume your content, and you probably have action steps for them to take, and you're having that higher touch point level with them. So it could be a challenge, it could be a live workshop. So that would just be on a specific date and time, once, an hour-long workshop versus, say, a 3-day challenge. So these open launches are happening on specific dates. And then the course pitch is also happening on a specific date and there's a specific reason that something is expiring. So whether that's a discount if they enroll in the next 48 hours, extra bonuses if they enroll in the next X days or hours, or open close, meaning you only open this course maybe 3 times a year or once a year, and this is their only opportunity to get in. And so the open launch creates that excitement, it creates the hype. You're going to see a higher spike in sales when you do your open launches versus your evergreen launches that are running throughout the year. Because during the launch, you really want to create that sense of, oh, I need to enroll right now because of this juicy special reason, right? Okay, so those are the 2 types of strong sales funnels that you need to have. And now there are things that I want you to add to each of these funnels. And so this is gonna make it extra strong. So, I love a good extra strong cappuccino. We're gonna have some extra strong sales funnels. So I talked and mentioned the word urgency, or creating something that is urgent. And the way to do this is to have a timer, a countdown timer, whether that's on your sales pages, in your emails, in the Facebook group. If you have a pop-up Facebook group, you want to have timers that are counting down to when the offer expires. Now you can have these in your evergreen funnels. So in your evergreen funnels, you would put those in the email sequence I talked about. So the email sequence should have an end date. The pitch at the end of that free evergreen offer should say, you need to enroll by X date. And again, you can offer a discount, an extra bonus, a reason why. And you want to have timers in there on the sales pages and on in the emails that is counting down, so that it's creating that sense of urgency, because something is going to expire, and that is going to increase your conversions. And in an open launch, though, you do the same thing, you're just doing it with the specific date and time that the offer is going to expire. Actually, to speak to that, in your evergreen, you're probably wondering, well, someone opted in today and someone opts in tomorrow. How do they get a sense of urgency from countdown timers if the timer has to be set to a specific date? Well, there's really cool platforms out there, tools out there like deadline funnels that actually allow you to set it. What's the terminology I'm looking for? They set it so it's like per person who entered. So it's based on their browsers and their cookies and that kind of thing. So it can tell, so I've entered it today and the offer is supposed to expire tomorrow. My countdown timer will show expiring tomorrow. If someone enters it tomorrow, their countdown timer would be expiring within the 24 hours. I hope I explained that correctly. But essentially it's based on when someone enters the funnel, the timer will know that, and it will count down related to when they're receiving the emails and the offer and the pitch and that kind of stuff. So in an open launch, it's much simpler. You just set the date and time, and then the timer will go with the date and time. Okay, so that's the first thing to make it extra strong for both evergreen and open launch. Now, the second thing is having testimonials or case studies or student success stories. These you want to be showcasing the transformation or the results that your past students have received from your course. So whether that's inviting your students to do an interview, to sit down with you on video to do it, or to do it via them filling out a Google form, or you writing a blog post or podcast, different things. Basically, you want to have a more robust case study versus which is just as beneficial, but you need the written testimonial or the short testimonials or video testimonials from people. But usually those ones are they're much shorter. is what I'm trying to get at. So to make it a juicy, strong sales funnel, what I want you to do is actually sit down with a handful. It doesn't have to be a huge number. It could be 3, it could be 5. Sit down and do an interview style or a forms that's like interview style, asking them questions so that you can dive a bit deeper into the results that someone has experienced or the way they felt going through the course or their different things related to your course and the results that they've achieved. So you want to have case studies, and then you can showcase those in your email sequences or in your free content during a 3-day challenge. So you want to be talking about these, showcasing these to your audience, amplifying those success stories, case study style. Okay, and then the third thing to make it really extra strong, both for evergreen and launch, and I've kind of already said this a bunch of times, but conveying the results that someone is going to achieve from your course. So we really want to know, where is someone when they first enter and where are they going to be when they've completed your course. So most of the courses that we're creating are based off of our experience, our knowledge. So think back to where were you here at the beginning and what did you achieve, and now you're trying to help someone get to that end result faster or easier or with a mentor. And that's you're taking them on that journey. So you really want to think about conveying the results that someone is going to receive. And I definitely see this not being done very well. It's very much buy my course for these reasons. Here's what you're going to learn. But I want to know, what was the transformation? What is the results? What is someone going to achieve from taking your course? And you really want to think about, why did you create this course? This information can also come from the testimonial case studies that I just talked about doing, but you definitely want to focus on that and make sure that you're incorporating that throughout your sales funnels. Okay, so that wraps up the 3 biggest online course creator mistakes that I see and how to avoid them. So the first one is not having an audience that wants to buy from you or know if they want to buy from you, not offering truly valuable free content, and third, not having a strong sales funnel. And we even gave some extra tips there for an extra strong sales funnel. And that wraps up another episode of BBTV. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today, and I really enjoyed sharing these course creator mistakes with you so that you can avoid them. Don't forget to catch the next episode of Bucket List Bombshells TV. Bye for now. Enjoyed today's episode of BBTV? I invite you to join our passive profit free 4-day challenge. Come and learn more about how to create, launch, and sell your first online course with our guest host, Louise Henry. Louise transitioned from a service-based business owner into a multi-million-dollar course creator, and she's sharing with us how she did it in her upcoming free 4-day challenge. In this challenge, you'll learn how to choose a profitable course idea, how to plan and create your course content, and the exact sales funnel system you need to make consistent passive income from your course. Simply register below using the link in the video description. We cannot wait to see you there.